All right. Well, it's 2025, and I am still playing League of Legends because I'm a loser. I have no friends, and I enjoy the game. But I don't really talk to people. Literally, my friends list on League is empty. I don't play with anybody. I just play straight up solo queue. These days, I am pretty much playing Zilean exclusively. Let me turn Fog of War on, so you can see me on Zilean here. Getting some vision with bombs. No one there. Also, like trying to proc some mana flow band. Try to get some free mana. Anyway, so I play Zilean mid. Now, if you can see, look at the scoreboard. I am up against a Galio. Now, Galio versus Zilean is pretty much a lane you cannot win. There's nothing you can do. Galio pushes harder than you, so you can't push past him. He has a far less mana requirement early game, so you're going to be backing when he doesn't have to. He can pretty much clear a wave with a Justice Punch. Well, these guys are dead because they got caught. And you're going to see Unaleska, Unara, flash, and then like a dumbass go south instead of going west. So this gave up a double kill for no reason. All right, so back to Zilean in mid. What was I saying about Galio? Okay, so Galio... Oh, jeez. Well, as soon as Galio hits level 3, Zilean has lost the lane. There's nothing he can do. He does far less. He cannot damage Galio. That's just the way it is. Galio's got that shield that comes back up every I don't know, 12 seconds. I don't know, but that's pretty much going to negate a bomb every time. He's going to get some magic resist either way. So even if I do hit a bomb, it's not going to do any damage. So I can't out-roam him because he can clear a wave with a single Whirlwind or Justice Punch. I always have to stay back because as soon as he hits level 3, Justice Punch, Charm, Whirlwind combo, or I'm sorry, Idol, not Charm. Idol of Durand. That's 50% of Zilean's health because Zilean is a very low health character, so... Any combos 50%. There's Zilean cannot avoid it without flash. So eats a Justice Punch 50%. That's it. So if Zilean is ever below 50%, see there, he just does the dash in. I don't know what the dash is called. Then does Whirlwind. He didn't even do the Justice Punch, but I still lost 50% of the health from the Whirlwind. And there's nothing that Zilean can really do about it. So if Zilean is ever below 50% health, he's in danger of dying from a flash dash. I think the dash is actually part of the Justice Punch. I don't know. I don't play Galio, so. So once Zilean's low on health, he pretty much has to always play scared. And if you look at their team, they got Hecarim, they got Lucian, they got Pantheon. Pretty much their entire team can just dash and destroy Zilean in 1 or 2 combos. So because of that, you're going to see I'm forced to play extremely passive and safe throughout this entire game. And that's just the way it is. Nothing I can do about it. And bot just gave up 3 deaths. So that's warfare. So you're going to see that pretty much all Zilean can do here is stay in wave. While Galio's going to roam, there's nothing he can do to stop it. Galio's got his global ult. You can see Galio's TPing in here. I am not close enough to the tower to punish his TP. Zilean's really good at punishing teleports when you teleport in front of him. So he's good against characters like against Pantheon ult or Twisted Fate ult. But couldn't do it because I was too far. Why am I staying in wave? Oh, probably don't have enough money to buy a... what's that 1200 starting item called? I don't know. I don't know names of most items. I just know what they look like. So I'm going to back and teleport back into lane. Lost Chapter, that's what it's called. I saw the item, immediately knew the name. Galio just disappeared into darkness, probably going top. He didn't need to because Hecarim was there to kill Quinn either way. But Quinn had Yorick pushed back pretty far, so Quinn looks like she's winning the lane hard. Thing about Zilean is Zilean is not expected to win lane. What he's expected to do is just survive, wait for someone, at least one of the lanes is going to win. And then once that lane has won, you decide, I'm going to keep on giving steroids to that champion and keep that going. Again, I'm almost in range. I had to run because he could have taken 50% of my health there if he hit that Idol of Durand, but the speed buff was enough to keep him away from me. But he immediately clears the wave and then goes back into darkness, and there's nothing I can do about it. Clears the wave, walks away. Clears the wave, walks away. And until level 9, Zilean does not really have that good of wave clear because he doesn't have the mana for it. It's a very high mana requirement character simply because he's always rewinding, so he gets more abilities than most champions. But a game like this where you are forced to stay in lane the way I am, where I cannot roam, it's all about pinging. You need to ping a lot. Keep good communication with your team. Let them know anytime Galio disappears and the status of his ultimate, because he always has the ability to turn a fight with that. And you can see there on Dragon. I mean, look at it. I just lost 50% of my health, and I only ate one round of the Whirlwind. I don't know what the Whirlwind's called. Hecarim just went to Scuttle. I don't know why I backed there for half a second, but maybe I can get there before Galio, which I do. I managed to fake him out. He missed his Justice Punch, so he was unable to kill me. But because of it, I wasn't able to get the Quinn fast enough. And unfortunately, I mistimed my ult here. So Echo's going to die to that Ignite. But I managed to get out. And unfortunately, we lost that fight because I screwed up. I had to run around Galio. He did hit me with the Idol of Durand, so I wasn't able to get to Quinn fast enough to save her. And they're going to get all the Scuttle Crabs. Void Grubs, whatever. Stop changing names of things, Riot. I'm going to try to get this with a single bomb. Yep, there we go. Well, single bomb combo. And I missed that farm because I'm a scrub. Trying to avoid that Whirlwind. Again, you see me playing extremely far back, staying out of range of that Justice Punch. Oh, that's Spark. Yeah, this week I decided to change up my runes a bit. I used to go with Airy you know, because it helped keep people alive when you give them a speed boost. It gave them a small shield. But I've decided it just doesn't do enough damage to bruisers and tanks, and we're seeing a lot more of those. So I've switched to Meteor, and it gives a nice bonus to miss the Justice Punch. Make sure to stay away from it at all times. Galio just disappeared, so he's going for Echo there. I'm not going to be able to get there fast enough to save Echo. Not a chance. Hecarim's already there. Bruce Wang. So I guess you just go back mid, take a plate. Again, I can't. Like, I do not have the ability to be entering their jungle. I just do not have lane pressure. I will never have prio in this lane to do it. Not against the Galio. But I got a plate. You see Galio TPing in, but I'm unable to punish the TP because Pantheon showed up. And if I get close enough to punish that TP, then Pantheon's close enough to stun me. In which case, he'll do 50% of my health. Galio will do 50% of my health. So that's 0 to dead. Or 100 to dead instantly. See, hit him with a bomb. Does nothing. Barely breaks through his shield. Even with the shock. Alright, so I'm backing here. I'm going to get my Ludens and look for a TP bot. That's what I would normally be looking for. They're pushed forward. So I ping it like 17 times. They have 4 kills on bot though, so imagine that stun. Unfortunately, I was not expecting Yunara, that's her name, Yunara to die there because she just did not have the damage to kill Lucian out of that before the stun ended. So that was my mistake. I should have ulted her. But I lived. And I make a mistake here. I forget that they have a Pantheon. When you're in laning phase, and you're forced to stay in lane as long as I did, you sort of forget who's on the other team. Like in my mind right now, Yorick doesn't exist. I barely have the presence of mind to realize that there's a Pantheon in the game because this is really the first time I had to face Pantheon all game since I didn't leave wave. So I forgot he had that ult that does that. But now it's in my head, oh, they have a Pantheon. I can't do that anymore. Made the mistake once. It's sort of like, you know, when you buy a... again... Yorick's barely in this game, but sort of like when you buy a Zhonya's, sometimes you die that first time after you buy a Zhonya because you forget you had it. Or I'm sorry, not the Zhonya's, the stopwatch. You forget you had the stopwatch that first time. And I don't have ult here, so I'm not able to save Thresh. I had a feeling he was in that bush. So I keep on using my bombs to get vision. It is basically a free 4-second warg. Make sure to use it that way if you have the mana for it. We see Hecarim in his jungle. Get some vision on Dragon. Unfortunately, Echo's on the other side of the map, so we're not going to be able to get Dragon here. Hecarim's just going to be able to take it for free. Trying to support Thresh here, but there's no play to be had. Oh, it's Judgment Punch. I thought it was Justice Punch. Like, look at that. He missed pretty much everything. I still lost 50% of my health. This is what I mean. It's like, this is not a lane you can win. So, all I can do is keep my farm up. Remember, 18 farm is basically the equivalent of 1 kill. All right, so this is the first time in the game I'm seeing Quinn in action, and this is also the point where I decide, okay, Quinn is my mark. Quinn's my ADC this game. I am not going to give any support to Yuna at this point. I've decided Quinn's the one who's going to get the kills, so I'm going to feed her. I'm going to give her levels. I'm going to keep on giving her speed. I'm going to make sure that she can get kills as she needs, because she's the real ADC in this game. Generally, that's how you play Zilean. You don't have to win lane. You just need to figure out who the best player on your team is and feed them. And based on what I just saw her do to Galio there, this is where I decided that Quinn's my guy. Okay, there's a ward right there. I didn't know. Now I do. Good hook from Thresh. Unfortunately, I missed the double bomb because of that Pantheon dash. It may look like we are behind in this game, but based on the sense of play and the pacing, I actually think we're winning at this point, even though we are 2k gold behind. I think I've already determined that I think Galio is a pretty weak player. So even though he's getting to fights before me, he's just not applying the damage he should be applying. I think our Echo is pretty weak as well, but he's not bad. So it will work out in the end. But you can, again, I am playing extremely safe, extremely passive. Just keep myself alive. That is basically how I play League. I don't play for kills. I play for not dying. I would rather a player on my team who has no deaths with low kills than high deaths with high kills. Alright, so now TPing in front of me, I can punish the TP. Unfortunately, it's Galio, so I punish with 0 damage. Because I just can't damage. See? Okay, TPing into that. Free bombs. Zilean, of course, is the Omega 13. Gives you enough time to correct one mistake. Echo made a mistake there. It's all right. All right, so thing about Zilean is you do not have to aim for the enemy. You just need to aim for something near the enemy. So I tend to like to aim towards minions. So you can see, like when I hit that Lucian in that mid fight, in that last mid fight, I went for the minions next to Lucian, and that gave a free double bomb because it made both bombs explode immediately. Unfortunately, that did not work there against Hecarim. I was aiming for the red Brambleback, but one of the bombs landed on Hecarim instead of the red, so it did not stun him. So he was able to kill Echo, and I didn't have ult because I had just used my ult on Echo 20 seconds earlier. But Dragon is about to spawn, and my TP is down for another 60 seconds, so I am not going to be there for this Dragon fight. Oh wow, I've never realized that Otacon yells about Dragon like that. Yorick purchased the Collector. Weird purchase when you're losing, when you're 0-2. Some people, they just have their build in their head and they just stick with the build even if the build doesn't make sense for the game flow. Yorick's not killing anybody. He should not be building a Collector. Okay, Dragon fight's about to start. I don't have TP. I should be communicating with my team here and pinging that I don't have TP. Do I do it? Yes, I do. I just did it 16 seconds. Okay, I also pinged that Yorick just TP'd. Because he TP'd behind them, so I don't think he did it in vision. I choose not to TP myself here because the fight is essentially over. It's so over, Hecarim left the fight. Alright, I throw bombs on myself because there's no way I'm hitting Hecarim with these bombs. He's too fast. So I just throw them on myself. Whenever you're up against champions that like to dive and you're worried about you missing because they dive you, just put the bombs on yourself. When they dive you, they're going to get stunned because they're on you. And I'm trying to give speed to Quinn because, like I said, I'm trying to give everything to Quinn at this point. But good communication. She tells me, nope, I'm out. I'm not going in. Otherwise, I would have kept on going. So she pinged me off. I missed my double bombs on Hecarim there. But again, you see me, I'm playing extremely passive. I do not want to get near anybody. That's my fault for not ulting Quinn there. I should have ulted her. But I didn't realize that Lucian was going to just pop her like that. Lucian has 6 kills at this point. So he's doing a lot more damage than I expected. So game flow has already changed so much that we are now 3k up. I TP'd in there to try to help Echo, but his decision making, he decides to go west instead of east. I don't know why. So he dies, and I'm not able to ult him. As you can see from that, Zilean is a really good champion into Hecarim. Once Hecarim's speed boost is over, I can slow him, and he's going nowhere. And Hecarim, a lot of his damage scales with his movement speed. So if you can cut his movement speed, you're pretty much cutting his damage. Yorick soloed Otacon there. I don't like being near Lucian as Zilean. He's very hard to hit with bombs with his constant dashes. I don't want to be near anyone on their team at this point. Every single one of them can run me down and kill me. There's not a single person on their team I can 1v1 at this point. And there never will be. Honestly, except for Hecarim, Zilean was a bad choice into this team. It's just so fortunate that the only person on their team who is really running away with it is Hecarim. So that's just lucky me. Meanwhile, in Champ Select, my team was like, Zilean's a great choice. They wanted me to pick Zilean when I hovered it. Normally, people don't want you to pick Zilean. So I do like to pick hover Zilean because it tells my jungler that maybe you can pick Hecarim because Zilean's good against Hecarim. Zilean is also good with Hecarim. It also tells my top laner that pick someone that is going to want to fight because I can keep you alive. I try to clear the wave here. Unfortunately, Yorick jumped into the pathway of my bomb, so I'm unable to clear the wave. But it works out because Quinn's Vault pushes him into my other bomb. Okay, I screwed up there. I ulted myself too early. And I also slowed Hecarim, which meant he did not have the damage to kill me. And since he didn't have the damage to kill me, my ult did not activate. He tries to kill me with ult there, but I sped myself up enough to get out of his ult and just barely survive. And Quinn, of course, comes zooming in like a bat out of hell to kill him, but unfortunately it looks like the bird is not as fast as the horse. And Hecarim's able to get away. It looks like, yep, there we go, Hecarim. Quinn's going to try to kill him, and Quinn does, because Quinn is fed at this point. I'm glad I focused in on her. I had to grab the lantern, even though it would have been faster for me to just ignore the lantern. And this is Cloud Drake, so of course the best Drake. We're going to try to play some bush games here, but Yunara gives us away because our Yunara kind of sucks. The problem in bot lane was not Thresh. Thresh is actually doing a really good job. I ult too early here. Lucian stops attacking me, so my ult does not proc. I start running away because I've got 30% health. I don't want to get near anybody. So the most I can do is get some steroids to people and throw some unmissable bombs. And then, of course, I miss it right there, but still manage to kill Pantheon. Playing afraid. I'm playing extremely passive, yet somehow I still have 6 kills. I'm largely going to chalk it up to the build I went through this game. Instead of going for a more tankier build like Rod of Ages or finishing my Seraph's Embrace first, I instead decided to go for a damage build. So I build my, Luden's Echo first. Just so I can get a little extra damage against Galio, even though I really have no damage into Galio. I think he's got a tank. So let me build Luden's Echo. And, it works out. I'm putting out a lot of damage, so I'm getting kills, even though I don't have any bonus health. I don't have any sort of defense in my build. It's all completely offense, except for the Seraph's Embrace. But to counteract it, I'm playing extremely passive, extremely safe, and it's working out. Now I use my ult there on Thresh. Normally you don't want to be wasting your ult on a support, but honestly I think the Thresh is MVP this game. He is just hitting some great hooks. In that fight there at the Baron, he pretty much won that fight for us because he was zoning out the enemy team. Since I couldn't do it, since I didn't have the tanking for it, he did it for me. So I decided to keep him alive so he can continue doing that. And it works out. Normally I would save the ult for Echo or Quinn. But Thresh is doing a fantastic job. Definitely gets the hearts at the end of the game.
Receive your
Okay, I did use my ult on Yunara there, but again, I made the mistake of slowing Hecarim, so Hecarim did not have the damage to actually kill Yunara. Good hook, but I have to use my bomb to stop the Pantheon ult. And unfortunately, the culling combined with Seryldia's grudge from those ghouls meant I was not able to get away. Again, there's a reason why I don't want to get near anyone on their team, because the moment I start getting tapped by anybody, I'm just going to die. Again, that's why I'm playing super passive and super safe. And Yuna's just doing her thing by herself. I don't know how I'm up 50 farm on this Galio. I just don't think this Galio is very good. I think that's the only reason I'm really in this game. Cloud Drake, the best Drake. I don't care what anyone says. Speed is the most important stat in this game.
Eyes in the sky.
Great hook. Unfortunately, Pantheon's able to flash out.
Come get me.
Justice Punch. Use my ult on Echo. Managed to save him. But Echo is a complete retard. And ults immediately when he's out of my ult, which doesn't make any sense. The way Zilean ult works is you rewind with health based on 200% scaling of Zilean's AP. And it takes 4 seconds, or is it 3.5? Something like that. And Echo's ult is he rewinds to return damage over the last 4 seconds. Guess what? If you ult immediately out of Zilean's ult with Echo, you're not returning any damage, you're not returning any health. It's a completely dumb use of Echo's ult. So, like I said, I think the Echo's mediocre. He's not terrible, but his decision making is pretty shit. I'm trying to get some vision here. And Thresh saves me by pinging that Hecarim is coming for me. Try to steal and fail because I'm a scrub. One of the downsides of playing so far back, as I have been all game, is it makes it a bit harder to hit the maximum range bombs, because if the opponent turns back at all, you're going to miss. And there's the culling. Quinn just doing Quinn things at this point. Quinn's got 14 kills at this point. And remember, I decided at 2 kills that she was going to be the one doing the most damage. At 2 kills. Sometimes it's really obvious early on who's going to be the player to watch. Oh, that was a nice attempt at a hook, because he was on vision. I mean, you can see me. I walk up, I turn back, I walk up, I turn back. I'm always turning back to try to keep Thresh in front of me. Because I don't have the tank, and anyone on their team can jump me. I want to keep on reiterating how important it is not to die. You don't have to get kills. Just don't die. Now there, I went a bit forward because I knew I had my team there to collapse if needed. I don't know how that bomb did not hit the maiden there, but hitting the maiden would have been nice. Give some speed to Quinn. Good hook. And that's pretty much the game at this point. They don't have the numbers to fight us. I still have ult. They just don't have the ability to kill us anymore at this point. Ooh, great hook. Lucian just gets deleted. Now we're just being assholes and we're going to chase them into Fountain. I don't know how I got 9 kills here as a Zilean. Was that the first ace of the game? Alright, well, that's the game. I really like Zilean. I play him almost exclusively in both mid and support. I've got like over 3 million mastery on him at this point. This was a Emerald level game, I believe. Yes. Anyways, peace out.